Chipotle is so good though.
Yeah.
Is this where I make a tax bracket Donald joke?
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Louis, for running Chipotle for the rest of us.
Whoa! Welcome to May the Zoo Be With You, America's #1 TCG podcast. I am your host, Louis, and I am joined by two other bearded men. What is up, fellas?
I don't know if you can say other bearded men. Like, that would imply that you had a beard.
I have a beard. It's not as good as your guys' beard, but it's a beard. It counts. I count it.
I'll give you 0.5 on it, Louis.
We're joined not by Josh. Josh's wife had a baby, but my friend who also has the same name as my wife, Dana. Dana, say hi.
Hi, everyone.
Dana is an ex Magic the Gathering professional. He is a developer, and he is now a Riftbound judge and very, very active in the Riftbound community. And he will provide us with tons of insight on the Riftbound section of this podcast. You're a much better looking version of Josh. You're a little shorter, though, I have to say. You're a little shorter.
Just a little bit.
And America's #1 single bachelor is on this podcast, everybody. Donald! He's got a great attitude today, too. It's gonna be a absolutely banger podcast with Donald this week. How are you, buddy?
Just fantastic.
Donald's starting out the podcast in a great mood. It's gonna be good. So this podcast does have a sponsor. Let's get our sponsor read in with a new video. Sponsor video. I hate doing the intro, guys. I'm bad at the intro. I'm a bad intro guy. This episode is sponsored by Shard Bugs, which is a trading card game in which the bugs are sentient and extremely violent. Like, this is not the cute ladybug energy. These bugs worship cosmic gods. Dana, there's gonna be a test on this in a second, so make sure you pay attention. In Shard Bugs, you build a deck around one of 3 avatars: Soul, Luna, or Meteor, and you basically command a swarm of insects into tactical turn-based warfare. It's surprisingly strategic, very interactive, and yes, you will absolutely overthink your turns. Are you opening a Shard Bugs pack right now, Donald?
I'm gonna put my Shard Bugs pin.
Shard Bugs pin. The game's easy to learn, but once you start playing, you're like, oh no, this is actually kind of deep. They've got a brand new release out right now with Set 2 Standard Edition with new bugs, new chase cards, and new ways to absolutely ruin your opponent's plans. This isn't just a card game either. There's comic books, organized play, and a lot more stuff planned for the near future. If you're a fan of original TCGs, weird lore, and games that feel great at the kitchen table, go check out Shard Bugs. They also have a competitive element too. You can find them at shardbugstcg.com. Go embrace the bug war. There'll be a pop quiz later on about Shard Bugs. All right. I have 2 ex-Magic the Gathering players here, and we're about to talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's the first Magic section. We know Donald. I don't know if you might not know this, Dana, but Donald is a massive Ninja Turtles fan. This is the best IP in the world for Donald is Ninja Turtles. Are you a Ninja Turtles fan, Dana?
Can't say that I am. No, I watched it a little bit when I was a kid, but never really got much into it.
Donald?
Why is
he wrong?
Prove me wrong.
It's an age thing, you know.
Do you think that's what it is? I was wondering, Dana, when did you graduate high school?
2013.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely an age thing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I thought you were older than me. That's crazy.
No. Yeah, because I mean, you guys grew up on SpongeBob. I grew up on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I had Ninja Turtles. I was in a Ninja Turtles thing. I just don't want Ninja Turtles in my Magic.
No, I mean, that doesn't mean I do either.
Yeah.
I like Ninja Turtles. I watched it as a kid. I just don't want them in Magic still. But
so allocations are coming in, and this is very early still. Right now it's Wednesday. Allocations are coming in slowly, but it seems to be that the set is more allocated than Spider-Man was, which was at the time the most allocated. Like, you got the least amount of product of any Magic set for most people ever. Like, it was just crazy. Not enough play boxes, not enough collector boxes for the initial demand. But then Spider-Man collapsed. So I'm curious what you guys think of when you hear that.
Yeah, but here's the thing. There's 0% chance that they would have had time to adjust their print run between Spider-Man and now. Like, Spider-Man, how well or it did or didn't do has nothing to do with the print run for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, same. I don't think there's much changing in that aspect. I think it's just a demand and supply thing.
The Spider-Man thing got really weird because remember, there was that rumor that they couldn't reprint based on the Marvel licensing issue, and they changed the online set. There's all these weird shenanigans with the market that caused the market to kind of go insane with the collector boxes. And then you threw into that the extra, like, the allocation was pretty rough. So prices just kind of spiked. This is going to be really interesting because I think this has to be a better set, right?
Yeah, but there's no lottery card either. Like,
Oh, is there not any, like...
I mean, there's no Soulstone equivalent card.
Yeah.
At least that they've revealed, if there is one.
Yeah,
So
borderless headliner cards with art by Kevin Eastman. I guess is that the original, like, comic book artist?
couldn't tell you.
Yeah, he's a comic book writer and artist. So
The original
like
illustrator. Yeah.
Yep.
Those have like an autograph on them.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think that's the same as
I
a
agree.
Soul Ring.
Yeah, there's not like that
Soulstone.
big headliner card,
Yeah.
but
like, those are cool collector items for people who care about that. The thing about the Soulstone is, one, it's a very playable card, and then two, it's just in this, like, extremely rare treatment, that is just not going to get opened very frequently. And I think that's what drives, even at least right now, that's what drives the box prices to be what they are for, like, the collector boxes, the fact that you can open that.
So let me push back a little bit on you on this. There is not one headliner card in this set. There are 4 headliner cards in this set.
Sure.
Do you think that, do you really think that the Soulstone is a better, I know it's more playable, right? But from a collectible element, is that better or more collectible than all 4 of the, like, Ninja Turtles in this treatment? Because these are exclusive to that treatment.
If you are a Magic collector who doesn't necessarily, like, isn't real high on Universes Beyond, you can collect a Soulstone and not really know that it's from Marvel. Like, it's called the Soulstone. It does, like, Magic the Gathering things, whatever. But if you collect a Michelangelo Ninja Turtle, like, obviously that came from a Ninja Turtle set. So I think there's a little bit of a difference there. If it was something a little more ambiguous versus something that is so in your face, Universes Beyond.
So the rarity of the card is dictated by that it can be seen as just a Magic the Gathering card.
I don't think it has anything to do with the rarity. I think that has to do with the collectability of
All right,
it.
yeah, that's a better phrase. Collectability of the card is because a non-Universes Beyond collector can still say that's a Magic card that I want.
I mean, that's the way I see it. It's
Dana.
I honestly, the turtles are, I mean, you can use them as a commander, right? So they're always there, they're always shown, and people are going to want that. I think that's more important than you might not ever see a Soulstone when you're playing.
That's such a Josh take. Josh would say says the same thing about that. We got Josh 2.0 here.
Yeah, but who's buying the most collectible version of this card and playing it? Like
Well,
who's
see, like
playing
I was gonna
that Soulstone treatment in their deck?
say the exact opposite about your take, that the Magic playability and iconicity of the card for Magic mattered to it. Because the Magic player, I think the Magic player wants like the cheapest version and
Mhm.
isn't really affecting the value of the. I think this will all come down to one question. Did they, let's say they printed, I'm gonna throw out a number out there because it's not were they serialized, the Soulstones? They were not, right? Let's say they printed 1,000 because a serialized card is typically 500. I'm going to use 1,000 just to make math easy. The question becomes, did they print 1,000 of each of these Ninja Turtles, or did they print 250 of each Ninja Turtles? In other words, is the rarity of all of the showcase, all the headliners together, the same rarity, or is it, individually 4 times as rare, or is it individually as rare as the Soulstone?
My thought would be that each of them have equal number of print runs, but
That's going to greatly decrease the
and
scarce.
that's something we will never know.
I
You
think
know,
we will.
like
I think you'll be able to tell based on the pull rate. I think
maybe,
when
but
on
like
release day, when 50 different Ninja Turtles pop up instead of 10 different Soulstones that popped up on day one of Spider-Man, you assume the print run's about the same. The question is how
yeah,
many of
but
each card.
do you assume that it's the same like going into it that it like
It's the
do
same, or
they
it's the same or less according to distro allocations. I mean, we are getting less collector boxes
no I
of this than we did of Spider-Man.
I mean the special treatment card. Do we assume that it's the same print run, the same amount printed as the Soulstone? Like, is it on that level?
It's a headliner. It's the headliner card, and it says the article says uh it says this has returned for this set's headliner card, or rather cards, as each of the 4 main turtles has a headliner card. So, according to the Wizards of the Coast article, yes. Would you like to speculate not based on that? I'm
I
all
mean,
for it.
I think that I think there'll be more of them than the Soulstone. I don't think that it does anybody any good to make it like so rare that you're not going to see them.
Yeah.
But
I wonder
I
if it.
mean,
I wonder if it has to do with like partner stuff too. I wonder if Marvel's like, hey, you can only print so many of these cards, or if Hasbro has full control over that.
Yeah, that's a good question. Is this, I don't know enough about Ninja Turtles. Is that Marvel? No, it's a Viacom.
Yeah.
That would be so interesting to be a fly on the wall in those conversations about, like, do you think they say to Viacom, hey, Marvel put a limit on the number of cards. Do you guys want to put a limit on you know what I mean? Like, that'd be a really fun conversation to be a part of.
yeah, I just don't know that that happens. I think that it's kind of a
Yeah.
like here's the IP, do it justice, show us what you got, and then we'll approve it or not. Like,
Yeah.
I would think that Wizards wants these headliner cards to be really expensive. I mean, we saw it with Edge of Eternities too. The what's that card called? The one that they had that inked,
the Super Void.
the Super Void. Yeah, like that card's still, I think, like $3,000, $4,000. Like they want these to be really expensive. I wish they would have done real autographs rather than the
The stamp.
the stamp.
Yeah.
I think
That's that's so logistically hard to do though on
it's
that
one guy.
scale.
It's one
Yeah,
guy.
but
Send
on
him the
that
cards.
scale, like to make like knowing Wizards, they'd all end up in the same booster box.
Yeah.
You'd open a pack of all the autograph cards. Like I have zero faith in them actually getting them sorted in correctly.
The other thing they have here is the pizza bundle. In our pre-release, we're doing a pizza night prior to the pre-release. We're doing a pizza party. But there is Each delectably designed pizza bundle contains 2 of the 6 pizza bundle cards. So there are 6 cards from Magic's past, topped with pizza themed artwork that are exclusive to the pizza bundle. One of them is Dark Ritual, and it's the rat. What's the rat's name?
Master
Splinter.
Splinter. Yeah.
Wait, what did you guys say?
Splinter.
Huh. In my brain, the bad guy was Splinter. What's the bad guy's name?
Shredder.
Shredder. Why did they make them both S's?
To make it difficult for someone like you.
He's this is Dark Ritual, and he's dropping olives on a pizza.
That is a dark ritual. You should not do that.
This leads us to the next question. Are you guys a fan of olives on your pizza?
I'm not a fan of olives.
Yeah, I'd rather eat dirt than eat
Keep those
olives.
away from me. Yeah,
I'm a fan of olives. Like I'll eat an olive, but not on a pizza. I can't imagine anybody would want that.
If it was life or death, I would maybe eat a green olive. I won't touch a black olive.
The pizza definitely has anchovies, red peppers, like full red peppers, and now olives on it. Interesting. Also, it says Splinter right on the card, so I'm dumber than you guys both think I am.
That's wow. Have you seen I think it's like a Maury Povich clip or whatever, where the woman's deathly afraid of olives? I mean, like crazy afraid of olives, and she's like holding on to him and like in a panic attack on the stage, and then he's like, "There's no olives here. There's no olives here," and she's like, "Okay," and then he's like, "Bring out the olives." You have to just search YouTube. Bring out the olives.
Okay.
I laugh at that every time.
Yeah. All right. So I am curious on your guys's. There's also only one commander deck. How do you guys feel about Magic the Gathering meets Ninja Turtles? Is this something that you think is a mistake? Let's go with Dana. Is this something you think, like them doing this level of connection, is that a mistake, or should they do more of it?
I have very strong opinions on the whole Universes Beyond stuff. Magic has 20 years of lore and story that they can use. And it's kind of why I've got out of Magic, because I hated, sitting down at a commander pod and I'm playing Gandalf and SpongeBob and Dr. Eggman or whatever from Sonic. And it kind of killed the game for me. So I hate it. I don't really like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles anyway. So I think it's kind of not my thing. Some people might like it, but I think they kind of ruined their lore doing that kind of stuff. So.
Well, you had the same take as everybody, so that's more.
It's such a good IP. There's so much you could do with it, especially with the multiverse stuff, and now we have SpongeBob.
I think the worst part of it is that you can't take it back. Like,
work is calling me.
Don't put him on.
Put him on the podcast.
Come on, put him on. George would. The problem I think I see with it is like, this is not something you can go back on. Like, these characters are now in the game forever, and now it's even worse than what you're saying. It's not just in Commander, it's in Standard, and they've made Standard Magic sets this thing, and so you can't go back from it. And so we've learned to accept it as the podcast, say we don't like it, but here's why I asked that question, because they just posted the 2025 highlights, and the full year Hasbro revenue increased 14%, driven by a record 45% growth in Wizards of the Coast and digital gaming. Consumer products had a 4% decline. Entertainment had a 4% decline. Magic finished its strongest year ever, up 59% versus the previous year, with Avatar being the strength in the backlist of Secret Lair.
Yeah.
Operating, I know we all say it, but it seems to be working really well. So what is it about this that is working? Curious what you... about that. What is the driving? I guess I'll answer first, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts. One of the big things is that they've raised the prices significantly, and I think that's something that a lot of the people have missed. Like, the revenue is up because they increase the price, 14% for collector boxes and 13% for commander decks. And we all look at it as like a cost of the IP, which is probably true. There's probably some cost baked in there, but obviously they are also making money off of that. And so I think that's one of the big things that I see anyway as a negative.
I mean, and we're up to 7 sets a year now. So
oh yeah, they added a whole nother set. Yeah,
like you add more product, people are just gonna buy more stuff. They've proved that doesn't matter what they do, people will just buy it with the secret layer that costs 3 different prices and get the exact same thing. It's like, well, we'll just put it out there and people are gonna buy it regardless. So.
I just think it's hard because I think we all want to be critical and negative about Secret Layer, but the or not Secret Layer, about University Bond, but it does seem like the reality is, from a business perspective, it has been largely successful for Magic the Gathering. I mean,
to me, it still boils down to, is it a good set? Like, is it fun to play? I don't really care what's on the cards. Like, at the end of the day, if it's fun to play, I don't like it. I don't like that there's Ninja Turtle cards, but it doesn't change like the experience for me. I sit down and played the Lord of the Rings precons the other day. Like, it's just
they're reprinting those.
Just, yeah,
there's a big reprint of those coming up.
Yeah, it just, like, is it fun to play? Like, am I going to enjoy playing it? Like, that's what it boils down to me.
The other thing I was thinking about when I was reading this thing was they are creating consumers who they're creating a larger volume of lukewarm consumers and losing the boiling passionate consumer. But the quantity of boiling passionate consumers isn't really worth it to them compared to having all these consumers that really don't know anything about Magic. Remember I told you guys, like, a couple weeks ago with the Lorwyn, somebody was like, what is Lorwyn? Should I know what that is?
What IP that is?
Yeah. It was like, that's a Magic the Gathering plane that you're playing, right? You know what I mean? Like, but they don't care about, like the Dana of the world, who loved the lore and was ingrained in the game. They don't care about that person because they have all these lukewarm fans now that just kind of are there and playing, and they're spending money. And so for them, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, they don't care where the dollar comes from. They're not like Chipotle that said, we only want customers that make over $100,000 a year.
Is that what Chipotle said?
Mm-hmm. The CEO said we should be targeting people that make $100,000 a year. We're going to raise prices to make sure that only the rich can afford Chipotle.
Huh. Chipotle is so good, though.
Yeah.
Is this where I make a tax bracket Donald joke?
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Louis, for running Chipotle for the rest of us.
I mean, Chipotle is just the best, though. They opened a not Chipotle in our town.
Is it open now?
Yeah, we had it for dinner. I had it twice for dinner tonight.
You had it twice for dinner?
I had it twice for dinner in an hour and a half.
Wow.
What happened is that Joey, one of my employees, for those of you who don't know, Donald knows who Joey is, was like, hey, does anybody want food? I'm going out to get something. We all decided we wanted to try that. So we sent Joey with money to get it. And then while Joey was on his way back, my wife called and I had to go to the house to take care of something. So I was going to miss Joey's bringing dinner. So then I said to my wife, I said, hey, do you want to try this new place? Because I really wanted to try it still. So I got that and we ate it at the house. And then when I got back to the shop, Joey had left me my bowl, so I ate it. But it's not Chipotle. You just can't. you can't fake Chipotle. It just doesn't work.
Qdoba does a pretty good job.
No.
Cordova's meat is far worse than Chipotle. Chipotle's meat is what makes it.
Well, I can't afford Chipotle, so
Cordoba's queso is better. I'll say that. I know it's a hot take, but I like
I
Cordoba's.
don't like
queso
queso
better.
I don't like queso on my thing anyway. So you know whose queso is the best? Taco Bell. Taco Bell has the best cheese sauce. Nacho cheese sauce
nacho cheese.
should be nacho cheese sauce.
Wow.
That's what it should be. All right. That's enough magic for today. I bummed us all out talking about magic. Sorry to be a bummer, everybody. Let's talk about Pokemon. Pokemon has their first 30th anniversary stuff. We had a big Super Bowl commercial. Were you guys rooting for anybody in the Super Bowl?
I was just there for the food.
Yeah. Donald had a big house party.
Good.
They had the Super Bowl commercial, and the rumor is that they spent between 16 and 20 million dollars for the ad time for the Super Bowl. And the second rumor, allegedly, Pokemon Legends Z to A had a development budget of 12 million. So allegedly they spent nearly 40% more on just the Super Bowl ad than they did for the entire development of Pokemon Legends Z to A, which is the most recent Pokemon video game.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
Who watching that commercial was like, Pokemon? What's that? I've never heard of that. Maybe I should go check that out. Like, what were they trying to accomplish by putting this money into this commercial? Who doesn't know Pokemon? Like, that's what gets me is it seems like such a waste of money that they could have put somewhere else.
Well, Pokemon's got plenty of money.
I'm sure.
Like
but
they did a Costco reprint of Prismatic Evolutions this week, and I'm sure that basically paid for the Super Bowl commercial.
I mean, they're literally just printing money.
I think the commercial is actually genius. They did this thing where they had all these celebrities share what their favorite Pokemon was. And I've been saying for years, I'm not the first person to say it, but one of the biggest things I have found in Pokemon is that every Pokemon is somebody's favorite Pokemon. And I just think that's so cool when you ask somebody, hey, what's your favorite Pokemon? And somebody says Zygarde. And me as a 151 Pokemon lover, I'm like, what is a Zygarde? And then I get to learn why somebody's favorite Pokemon is Zygarde, like the connection they have to it. And the commercial that they did really highlighted that fact. It was like this idea of like share who your favorite Pokemon was. So like they're going to get a lot of extra traction from this advertisement. That is people posting a photo of, hey, this is my favorite Pokemon. I think they even had like an app that you can put your Pokemon in and take a picture of it and whatever. And like, I don't know. I think it's a win. I don't know about the money, but a lot of other companies spend $20 million on.
Hot take. All of the Super Bowl commercials were terrible. All of them. Like, I wasn't a single one that was really worth anything. I would say 70% of them were all AI generated.
What
like,
did
obviously AI generated.
What did you think about the Coinbase one?
I don't know. I didn't pay attention to
It
any
was
of that.
the Backstreet Boys song. It was it Backstreet Boys or NSYNC, Dana?
Was it? Which was it? The one that was just like karaoke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it just showed the words on the screen.
And at the end, the last word was Coinbase instead of the right word.
Well, and also when he's like, "Am I sexual?" They left that part out. They put like, "Am I don't know, something secure or something." Like it was like,
yeah, it's supposed to be
no,
PG.
no, it was
it's the Super Bowl. It's supposed to be appropriate.
Sure.
I mean, the whole song was about the crypto exchange, right? They changed all the lyrics.
Oh, did they? I didn't know the real lyrics of the song. So
well, that checks out. But like from the Super Bowl commercials, it was like if it wasn't about crypto,
it was AI.
It was AI generated, and even the crypto ones were probably still AI generated. Like, where are we? What has happened?
Welcome to the world.
Terrible.
Welcome to the new world. It is what it is.
Yeah, how's that Bitcoin going for you?
Listen, man, time to start dollar cost averaging.
It's time to start buying.
Dana, did you see the first partner Pokemon 30th anniversary cards?
I haven't seen any of the cards yet.
I'll drop a link in the Pokemon section of the thing because I'm curious on your take of it. These are the first partner. It's the second one from the bottom. These are the first partner tins. So there's going to be I believe it's 3 packs or 2 packs, and then one small pack that will have 3 of these cards at random. And it's the first generation starters. They didn't say this, but I saw another post of it. It's the first generation starters, and then the 10-year anniversary, the starters that were in that gen. I'm assuming that's Gen 3, maybe. And then the Pokemon that were the starters in the 20th anniversary. And so a lot of people think that there's going to be another wave of these that are new starters for the 30th anniversary as like a way to highlight these. But
I'm always a fan of cards that, when put in a binder, make a scene.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's always a win. And I
Yeah,
don't know that might be. I mean, I'm sure that I am probably going to be wrong at this, but I think that's the first time that I know of that Pokemon has done that, like a full 9-card scene like that.
I don't think this is the first time.
No, I think they've done it a couple other times.
Yeah, there's like a Pikachu promo that's at least 4 of them. I think maybe it's 9 of them. I really like on these that they did the starter Pokemon, but then in the background they have all these like on the Bulbasaur, it's the Pokédex from when I was a kid. And then on
the gym badges too.
Yeah, it's just really good, like callbacks to the things that matter to us when we were kids.
Yeah, I love the art on these. These are awesome.
We've got to make sure Josh does makes the new baby choose their starter Pokemon, where you put the three stuffed animals out, or 4 if you want to count Pikachu, but I don't. And which one they crawl to.
Why do you hate Pikachu so much?
It's not the original starter.
Yeah. Pokemon Yellow was the best game though.
It was good, but still Squirtle's the right choice.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
I would wreck you with Pikachu if I chose Pikachu, for the record.
No.
Me and my daughter were talking about Pokemon the other day, and I said, I think I told her that. I said, hey, if you had to choose between Charmander and Bulbasaur and Squirtle, who would you choose? And she said, who would you choose? I said, I'm going to choose Charmander. She said, well, then I'm choosing Bulbasaur. I said, well, I'm going to beat you because fire type beats grass type. And she didn't get it. She's like, well, I'm choosing Squirtle. But I said, well, then I'm going to choose Bulbasaur. I just kept choosing. Yeah, I kept choosing whatever was going to beat her.
It's just rock, paper, scissors.
Gaslighting my 6-year-old daughter. It's great.
Got to make sure you rig it in your favor to win against your daughter.
We were just playing imaginary. We weren't really fighting.
It was high stakes.
Dana, what was your starting Pokemon world? What was your like video game or card thing that got you into Pokemon?
Yeah, so I the first set, like base set, is what I got into it. I didn't know anything about it. I just liked the cards and like I watched the TV show, so my parents bought it for me. Pokemon like Emerald, that era was like my big like Game Boy SP in the back of the car on road trips, just playing it for like hours and hours on nonstop, and like begging my mom to buy me the car charger because I would just drain the battery the whole time.
Yeah.
And then I mean that's my favorite set. It was like I think it's Gen 3. So it's my favorite set of Pokemon.
Classic. Donald, were you a Pokemon person?
I played
you played in the league, didn't you?
I played the originals video games.
Okay.
And then I also I owned Pokemon cards, base set, Jungle and Fossil. And I played at home on my kitchen table, and I don't think we played correctly, but we played.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell you how to play now. But Yeah, I did technically play, I guess, base set.
I always thought it'd be fun to get a league going. That's the it's called Base Neo, and anything that was printed between base set and Neo Genesis or Neo, maybe it was a whole Neo block, is legal, and it's all like vintage Pokemon, but it's stupid expensive. Like, there's a Blastoise deck, and you have to play, 3 of the 50. The only time they printed it was in Hollow, but it's kind of fun to play.
It's just legacy Magic.
Yeah. The nice thing with Pokemon is they've reprinted those enough that there's like other versions you can kind of get for cheaper, but yeah, it's not as cool, but you could do it. I think this is gonna be a huge year for Pokemon. I am still as a vendor, whenever my rep says, hey, do you want to buy this Pokemon, I don't even look at it. Like, I just say yes. Like, my whole thing right now is increase my allocations to get as much of the 30th anniversary set, whatever that is, ends up being, as possible.
Look, the bar is real low. They can't do any worse than Magic 30th. Like,
yeah,
like it's a real low bar at this point.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna have a good year. So.
Yeah, I cannot imagine Pokemon doing something of that level shenanigans as Magic did for 30, but it's fun to look back on all the like celebrations. That's when we started as a store, was right around celebrations. So you had celebrations for 25, and then the generations and all the other celebration sets, the big 5-year gaps. It's really interesting to look back at all those and see how they've done it in the past. I anticipate we'll see like some sort of mini set that will come out after Perfect Order, probably, but it'll be cool. We'll be talking a lot about it this year, I think, whether Josh and Donald want to or not.
Yep.
What happened to you? You, as a kid, you were such a Pokemon fan.
I don't know that I really was. Like, I'm an RPG fan, and like, so
why is there not an Earthbound
played,
TCG?
Yeah, tell me about it.
That'd be cool.
You guys should
be there
start
all
an
day.
Earthbound TCG. You could have scratch and sniff cards.
The was it the player's guide that was scratch and sniff?
Yeah, and that game, that game failed because their Nintendo Power advertisement had huge big letters and it said, "This game stinks."
I remember that it was like the picture of the Starman, and like I don't know. Earthbound's still the greatest game of all time.
Yeah, look, I'll show you guys the picture. It's in the Pokemon chat. Yeah, the advertisement in the Nintendo Power said this game stinks, and so people would see Earthbound and they thought it was a review for the game, and it was their advertising. That's why
smart.
That's why the sales were so low.
The real ones know though.
I want to complete and box Earthbound very, very badly. I'm very excited.
There's a pizza with black olives on it in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
It's like TMNT. They know the song this game stinks. Cool. All right, we brought him on for a reason, and it wasn't just because of Josh's new baby. Dana is a professional Riftbound player. He is a judge for Riftbound. He knows all. Yesterday I opened a pack of Origins, or like 5 packs of Origins, and I pointed to a card and he said, "That's like $2. That's like $6." He's a walking encyclopedia of Riftbound. And it tells everything we need to know about Spirit Forge.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but yeah. So Spirit Forge, it's the Riftbound new set. People don't know what Riftbound is. It's the League of Legends card game. Yeah, new set, awesome new champions. China got it a couple months before us. They're kind of trying to line up the release schedule to be the same. So people have already been like speculating cards and stuff. So
explain to us what a champion is.
I like to explain Riftbound is like, it's like 3 games mixed together. It's Commander from Magic. So you have a champion unit, and you also have a legend unit. So the legend is like an eminence commander. So it's always there. It never leaves that zone. and it has an effect on it. And then you have a champion unit, which is a creature. So that can be played just like out of the command zone in Magic. So
And it can only be played once, right?
No, like if it can be bounced to your hand and play it again. If it dies, it goes to the trash. Yeah, it goes to the trash. It doesn't ever return back to the legend zone. So.
And what are the new? Is Vayne one of the new heroes?
Vayne is a unit you can get. Yeah, it's not a legend or anything. Yeah, it's a champion unit.
Because those are the two most expensive cards on TCG players, Vayne and Soraka.
Are they? Yeah,
I just sorted by most expensive on TCG player. Don't quote me.
The RE signature should be the most expensive one because they call it the waifu tax because it's got a female character on it. So
ARAHRI. Is that an overnumbered or a signature?
It'll be a signature. Yeah. Yeah, 3,500 right now for that one pre-sale.
Wait, that's not the nine-tailed fox.
No, it's the RE Inquisitive from the Spirit Forge.
There's so many different ones.
Yeah.
Gotcha. This is the wrong version. This is why games shouldn't have more than one. I mean, it's
Riftbound's bad at that because they'll have like the base card, the alt art, an overnumber, which is like a rare alt art, and then an overnumber signature, which is the overnumber with the signature stamp on it. So there's like 5 or 4 different types of the same card.
I cannot find this other one. I keep finding the Origins one. Terrible. Everything's in the Pokemon chat. I love it.
Okay.
I love it. Oh, okay.
Pokemon.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What's the supposed pull rate for an overnumbered signature?
It's like
not 2 boxes for 2 boxes.
It's like 1 in 60 boxes, I think.
For a signature, really?
Yeah. Let me double check.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so you are insanely lucky.
That's crazy.
That's actually insane.
You pull stuff like nothing all the time.
Maybe I just pulled overnumber. What's the pull rate for an overnumber?
Overnumber is like 1 in 3 boxes.
Okay.
So overnumbers are pretty common. Signatures are crazy.
I definitely pulled 1 signature because that was the first box I opened, and I opened it for for Justin.
Yeah, signature overnumber cards are approximately 1 in every 360 booster packs.
That's crazy. All right, so what are the players excited about? What do people need to be watching out for if they are interested in getting involved with this set?
Yeah, so the new mechanic they added is equipment. So that's the same thing as Magic. Basically an artifact that goes on the battlefield, stays there, and you equip it to creatures. A lot of the new decks are built around that, and some of the stronger decks play like almost 10 gear. Like Ornn is Voltron if you played Magic or other games like that. It's just you play 1 unit and load it with as many equipment as possible and keep it alive.
And so one of the things we've seen in some other card games before is a new set comes out and it makes the first set kind of obsolete. Will that new mechanic will work pretty well with the Origins cards, or is this kind of like a new flash in the pan thing?
Yeah, so the Origin champions are still doing pretty well in the Chinese tournaments. So people are still playing them. Definitely enhanced a lot of the current play style. So Kaiza was like the big deck that people were playing. And the Spirit Forge card just added to Kaiza. Like Kaiza's still really good, still top 8s frequently. If it can beat Draven, that's the bad guy right now. The boogeyman is the Draven decks.
My take is that the power level of Spirit Forged was not on the same par as Origin.
Less powerful.
It's low. Yeah, it's a lower power level.
Interesting.
Not higher.
Yeah, so Origins has some crazy cards. Like the power level. I'm glad they're not power creeping like some other TCGs. Like it seems they like to make the first set and it's like, wow, there's some very overpowered cards, and then they make the second one to try to make the first one seem tame, and then it's just so bad.
Yeah, so I mean, sometimes card games make the second and third sets more powerful just because they have to sell the boxes. A lot of times, it's really easy to sell boxes for game, for set 1 of a new game. Interesting. We had our pre-release last night. It was pretty good. We had
Mhm.
19 or 20 people out, which was pretty good for our area. Looks cool. People seem excited. I don't know.
It's the IP. People love League of Legends. I know I was talking about hating Universes Beyond, but I love League of Legends, and I'm glad they made a card game.
Yeah, but it's a League of Legends card game.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's their own card game. It's not like a
it's-
spin-off of
Right.
They're
It's different.
using their IP. They're using their
There's a difference between a card game based on an IP and then a IP joining a card game that doesn't belong.
It already has an IP.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like that's a whole different scenario.
Yeah, fair.
But it'll be interesting to see how well the IP carries the game, though. How long can that last? How long before the people that play because of the IP find something else to go to? So, like, that's the real question. Does the game have the legs to withstand people that don't care about the IP?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I think we've seen a good chunk of people who don't care about League of Legends who
Right.
still play the game.
Not all. I mean, that always happens at the
Yep.
in a new game comes out, everybody's going to play it.
Well,
But
and
it's how long do they stick around?
I'll go back to say that I've never been a League of Legends fan. I don't play League of Legends. I played it once or twice. I wasn't a fan of like the way the game works. But they put out a board game called
You should let me tell you about that experience, Dana, because I was the one he was playing with.
they put out a board game called Mechs vs Minions. That when Mechs vs Minions came out, it was a couple of guys who worked at Riot wanted to put together like the board gamers board game, and they just put all their heart and soul into it, and Riot like let them do it, and I don't think they made much money off of the game itself because the packaging was like top tier. Everything had its own little tray that it sat in. It was in this giant box, and it's like all level based, and you grow as your mech grows, and you get to unlock all this different stuff. And there's an envelope you rip open for each level you get through. You open a new envelope that has like it kind of it shows the whole world. And I was not a fan of League of Legends, but I absolutely loved Mechs vs Minions because the gameplay was just really good. And I looked at it because I said, well, League of Legends has a great video game that a lot of people love, and they obviously know how to design. I wasn't a fan of it because I was bad at it, right? But like they obviously know how to design a fun system. I want to see what they can do with board games. And I do think people look at a new card game. I think people did this for Disney too, for Orkana, where they said, Disney knows how to tell a story. I'm curious to see what will happen with them telling a story on a card game table. So I think there's more to it than just people who like League of Legends. My point.
Yeah. I think the Riot in particular has done a really good job of listening to players. Like the game director, his name's Dave. He's posted on Twitter about stuff that's happened. Like there's been cheating scandals and like some power level issues and stuff. And issue getting product was a big one too. But he's like came out and like, hey, we're doing everything we can, and we're dumping money into this to make sure players are happy. And I think that's a huge thing about keeping a card game alive is if you're constantly betraying your players, people are going to quit. They're going to find another game to play because they're going to be sitting at a card shop and see someone else having fun playing Sorcery or another card game and be like, oh, what's this? And then their attention just switched over to something else.
Yeah. Yep, that's fair. And there's always a new card game, as you guys know.
Oh, always
a new card game.
Yeah.
And Riftbound certainly has the attention right now from the new card game. You kind of see One Piece. It has its own people off to the side. It's solidified a spot, and then there seems to be like a battle for the next new card game going on with quite a few of these games. But
yep.
Interesting. I'm excited. I think people seem pretty happy with it, and I'm glad to see that there's not a huge conversation of negativity around the second set. That's always the risk.
Yep.
For second sets is
they came out early and said, hey, here's the problems that the second set's going to have. We already know this. Like they put that out there before. If people were discovering that while opening, and stuff like that. That's a whole different scenario. But getting the information out there and owning it is a sign of goodwill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully they fix some of the errata necessities for set 3. And honestly, I'm not sure if I want them to print a ton more boxes of set 3.
What was the print run like in this compared to the first one? Did you get more boxes of Spirit Forge than you did of Origins initially?
I don't think that it's a fair question, because I don't think that I max ordered on either sets, to be honest. Like, I think I probably put a number down because I was worried about it. I mean, I am a little bit risk adverse when it comes to new games, because I've been burned by some games before, everybody. We have held $40,000 bags of Cryptic before, and
yeah. Someone told you not to do that.
Yeah. Like, we've been burned as a store by some games, and so I'm a little bit more skeptical when it comes to new card games. So I don't know. I think my numbers were slightly larger for Spirit Forge than it was for the initial wave of Origins, but probably less compared to the total number of Origins, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I don't have that in front of me, so don't quote me on it.
The price seems to be roughly the same. Like, it's around like $220 a box on TCG Player for Spirit Forged, and Origins is like $230, $240 a box. So like the price is looking the same, but it just like, it's not like, we need to give it a little time to the market to adjust. So it'll be curious to see in 2 weeks' time if that price plummets, meaning that like the stock is out there, or if it holds steady around that $200 mark.
Well, what happened with Origins is that on Friday of release day, the boxes plummeted for like a week. I think they got down to like 160, maybe 165, 170, somewhere around there. And
the lowest they've hit is 228.
You might not be able to see all the way back. Isn't it just 3 months?
Well, in 3 months ago. When are you talking about? They got down to 195 back in October.
So yeah, that would have been on that big dip. So 195. Okay, but that's the market price. There was, that day it was a window of time where they got down to like 170s, I think, somewhere around there. And then all of a sudden they just got completely bought out, and that's where everything jumped up to the $300 price point. So I would imagine that this will actually follow pretty similar to that. The only question is, will they come out and say, hey, there's more product coming, or not? When that happened with Origins, they came out and said, hey, we have another wave of product coming. Have they said anything like that?
They're trying to do better at printing more product. What they did do is the Chinese cards were not legal. You couldn't mix and match them,
right?
Because there was like something about the Chinese card stock. They revisited that rule, and you can't tell like in a sleeve. So Chinese cards are legal in English play as long as you can mix, match, do whatever. So that almost doubles the amount of cards that you can get.
Yeah, it was. If you were playing a Chinese card, you had to play all Chinese.
All Chinese cards. Yeah,
right? All English or all Chinese. You couldn't mix and match. But
interesting.
Yeah, so the Chinese singles are
actually holding some value.
Are moving more, because people are able to pick up the Chinese singles much easier than they can pick up the English singles.
Yeah, the English they're way more expensive, but there's way more volume for the Chinese cards.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, we'll revisit this too, but cool to see some stuff going on, and it seems like everybody's still very excited for Riftbound, and I haven't seen anything negative, which is always good. Donald
Lewis.
We had a cold front hit us a couple weeks ago. You may call it a winter spell.
Could.
Yeah. Tell us everything we need to know about winter spell. Lorcana's new set. These come out the same day, by the way.
Riftbound came out last weekend.
No.
Friday.
Riftbound's legal date is
Pre-re-
Friday.
Your pre-release was
Friday or Saturday.
last week.
Oh yeah, because
last
we
week.
run ours on Tuesday.
You run yours on Tuesday
Yeah,
after, so it came out last Friday.
Gotcha.
Yeah, our pre-release is this Friday, today.
There's too many games. I can't keep up with all this stuff, dude.
But
it's so annoying. There's too much. There's too many games going on.
Yeah,
it's really
hard.
hard.
You don't have to worry about a single thing.
It's really hard owning a card shop. It's a tough job.
Yeah,
selling Pokemon cards.
I bet.
It's really hard. It's really hard.
It's so hard. It's almost like you can't go golfing 5 times a week.
3 days a week I golf.
In the dead of winter, you golf 3 days a week.
It's a golf simulator.
If it was summer, it would be
with
5.
my daughter 2 of those days. Whatever. Tell us about Winter Spell.
It is, I think, going to be a very good set. Seems like we got a little bit of a higher power level in this set. A lot of cards look good. A lot of cards that I think might make other color pairs viable that haven't been viable in the last meta. So I'm excited about it. I've been brewing.
Is it frozen based or is it?
It's literally there was a winter spell that was that was cast and just turned the whole plane into winter. So it's not like it's all the characters. They're just all in a winter scene. But then it introduced some new IPs. So we got Darkwing Duck in this. And
did one of those new IP bring the winter into the plane?
Maybe. I don't know.
This should hire me.
I don't keep up with the lore. But we got Darkwing Duck, we got Fox and the Hound, which is one that is an old school Disney movie.
Yep.
Both of those are old school Disney movies, right?
Well, Darkwing Duck is it wasn't a movie, it was a TV show. But yeah, it was the Saturday morning cartoon era where, but yeah, Darkwing Duck is a huge IP to bring. Like the last set we had Gargoyles, which was another Saturday morning cartoon. Now we got Darkwing Duck. Those are 2 big IPs to the 40-somethings out there that watched them growing up. But,
to the Disney adults.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the enchants in this set are good. They're getting better every set. Like the art is just so good, and I unfortunately want like 8 of them. So
might as well just go for a full set.
Yeah. Can't get product.
We will get product. Stop it. Our distro had an issue, but it seems that it was pretty exclusive to potentially just my warehouse. So we're only getting a third of the product we're supposed to be getting on release day. And it was kind of a pain to get it, but I think it was a logistical issue, and they had that big winter storm 2 weeks ago, so it may be related to that. So as much as I want to be frustrated, I've been trying to just not be. Yeah. Trying to choose not to be frustrated. Hot take, I think this set's going to be bad. I'm going to disagree with you, Donald. Based on absolutely no information about the card thing, I think that the announcement of the next set being Toy Story, Pixar, all the greatest characters in Disney's lore, I don't know. I think people are going to be really excited. I think the next set is I think this is just going to kind of be like a lost set.
I do think that the next set's going to be the biggest set of the year.
And the previous set was not Fabled, though. The previous set was
Fabled was 2 sets ago.
Yeah, okay.
But I do think it's going to be the biggest set of the year for sure. I don't think that affects this set at all, though. I think there'll be the same amount of people playing in this set as there were last time. It might bring a few new players in, but I do think Toy Story brings a crowd in that
Well, and
maybe either left or hasn't played before.
I think just the announcement of that next set will bring people into dabble with this set too. I mean, like, I'm not saying it's a mistake to announce it, but I just think when this year ends, nobody's going to be talking about Winter Spell. Nobody's going to be like, I don't know.
Probably not, but the thing Winter Spell will have is it's going to have a lot of playable cards that will be around once rotation hits. Like Winter Spell will have a lot of the playable cards. So if it does fall, to the wayside in the meantime, people will be scrambling to get those cards later on after rotation because they're going to be where all the key cards are. So I've been, as a brewer, like I've been brewing some crazy decks. Like I don't know where to even begin on what I want to play. So
Well, cool. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see people excited about it. Speaking of things people are excited about, I am excited about the Sorcery Explorer series. There's not a ton of Sorcery news going on, but one of the best parts of Sorcery is the players and the community members doing cool stuff. And the Explorer series is a series of events across the, I believe, mostly eastern side of the United States, Indiana, West Virginia, MO. Is that that's not Montana, it's Missouri? Yeah. Okay. Why is it MO?
because the others were taken.
But there's no O in there's an OU? Barely is an O in Missouri. Mississippi, is that MS?
Yes.
Michigan is MI. So Missouri just got screwed out of any of their good letters. I had to go with, what is Montana? MT?
Yes.
Yeah.
Huh.
And Maine.
MN? What's Maine? ME.
ME.
ME. Yeah.
And then you got like,
why are there so many?
Yeah, you got Maryland. Like there's so many
ML? What's Maryland?
Like
ML.
ML?
No,
No, Minnesota. That's a city.
Maryland's MD.
Oh geez.
Anyway, the Explorer series is a really great thing. It's a group of just people who love sorcery and are wanting to see more organized play happen for sorcery. Shout out to one of my favorite people in the world, Keel. His name's Kyle, but his mom spelled his name Kiel.
Dox him, why don't you?
He's the guy. He said, "It is I, Keel Wilson, founder of the Explorer series." I'm not doxing him. It's just it's great to see people come around and support each other and support the game. So there's a bunch of events going on. We are a sponsor for the Explorer series, which Table Cards and Games is, and we're also doing an event. So April 11th in Hurricane, we're doing a big event. It'll be fun. It'll be awesome. It's just going to be a constructed event. But there's also one on March 15th in Indiana. There's one on March 28th in Indiana. There's one April 11th in Hurricane, West Virginia. April 25th in Indiana. So
that's where George would give you shit about pumping your own bags.
Yeah.
So I'll throw that in.
May 9th in Joplin, Missouri.
Joplin.
And May 30th in Josh's hometown of Chicago, Illinois. So each event, every player will receive a token that's created by local artists for season 2. This year it's token themed. In the earlier events, you could get a skeleton token, a foot soldier token, a harbinger portals. So there's lots of cool stuff. And this year they're doing hand painted altars for most devoted players in the series. They're getting altars of Pathfinder, Savior, and Persecutor. So it's gonna be awesome. Go if you're a sorcery player or if you're involved in the sorcery community, go to one of those events. I would prefer you come to the one on April 11th in Hurricane, West Virginia. So I'm gonna do that.
Hurricane.
I know, but people are gonna think I don't know how to say hurricane. It's
Well,
pronounced hurricane.
it
I
is.
always wondered, and you guys are you from here?
Me?
I know you are, Donald.
I'm not
Yeah,
from here.
I was born here.
Dana,
but
you were
I'm-
born here?
Yeah, I was
I've
born here.
always wondered, is hurricane pronounced hurricane because people didn't know how to pronounce hurricane?
Well, there's actually a hurricane Utah as well, and it's pronounced hurricane and not hurricane. So
Because it's always been weird to me because I thought it was just like one of those things where it's not actually a hurricane. But they just didn't know how to, but then there's a tornado, West Virginia, like right next door. So it's obviously tornado and hurricane, but they also pronounce hurricanes. It's weird. It's a weird place. That's it. Anything else? Donald, did you come up with the secret sauce?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. Thank God. Because we got 20 minutes.
Why do airlines have to shove you in like a sardine to fly 12 hours across the world and be miserable? Why
Well,
can't
you see, when you're flying in a chair in the sky, the miracle of flight, by the way. So you don't seem very grateful for things that 100 years ago would have been thought impossible, to fly while sitting in a chair in the sky. But it requires energy, and if you make that bigger, it would require more energy.
watching you struggle through this is great? Why does it cost so much to like? Why can't I just fly in one of those really cool like layback seats that has its own pod without having to pay $10,000? It's
This is the
crazy.
most tax bracket Donald thing I've ever heard. But you're not paying for any of these flights, are you?
No, but I'm not allowed to get the business class. George was very adamant. In fact, I gave him the original price and he said, "Make it cheaper." And I was like, "Okay." So I had to get worse flights so that I could make it cheaper. I have an 8-hour layover in Chicago. What am I gonna do for 8 hours?
Go
in
visit
Chicago?
Josh and his new baby.
I could, I guess.
This
So
is
have to
really
come
your
pick
secret.
me up.
The secret sauce is just to get the comment section to tell George, who will never read the comment section, to stop being a cheap employer
Right.
of Donald. And
Right. I have to
Yes.
be I am a very large human. I should not have to cram myself into this tiny little uncomfortable seat and
well,
sit
you've
there
been
for
working
12
out.
hours.
You've been working out.
It doesn't
Also,
change.
it's such a tough life you have, getting to travel all around the world, go be a single America's most single bachelor all around the world, and go hang out. It's a tough life.
It is.
It's tough.
It is tough.
All
You
right,
should feel bad for me.
new secret sauce. If you were going to order pizza for a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pizza party
Don't get olives.
themed around the new Magic the Gathering set, and you had you were anticipating, well, for Spider-Man we had like 0 players, but typically we have 40 players at a pre-release. How many pizzas do you get for 40 players? And what toppings do you get for the pizza? What do you get?
I typically allocate 2 slices a person.
Yep.
80
So
slices of pizza.
80
So-
slices of pizza.
That seems like what they did in like middle school though. And these are adults.
right. Sure, but like you're not like Golden Corral here or whatever. Like they're not showing up to get a free buffet. Like if you provide someone with 2 free slices of pizza for showing up to play Magic, then that's a bonus. Like you shouldn't show up expecting to get a free dinner. Just the way I feel about it. But
I want you all to know I feel opposite. If somebody says there's a pizza party and I'm invited, I expect there to be enough pizza for me to eat dinner there.
2 pieces of pizza is dinner for me. That's all I can eat. But
I could eat way more than 2 slices of pizza.
I could eat 2 pizzas for dinner.
I believe that.
Yeah.
And it's completely unfair that I eat 2 pieces and you eat 2 whole pizzas.
Everything is unfair. Donald
It is.
Donald the martyr here.
I'm like a 4 slicer. I can do like 4. That's my absolute max.
It also depends if you're getting a medium pizza or a large pizza. Like if you're getting Little Caesars pizzas, their large pizza is more like a medium pizza. So
I'm less concerned about the pizza because I think I just have a budget in mind that I'm just going to spend that amount of money on the pizza. I'm more concerned with are people going to only want pepperoni?
You get
sausage.
There are
you get
3
just cheese.
You
do
get
you do one that
I'm
is
trying to tell you, but
I want to give you the options. Do you do one that's like a Ninja Turtles theme where you get all the stuff they liked on their pizza just for fun? No.
I feel like that just gets wasted.
You get
for novelty.
Okay.
You get an equal amount of cheese, pepperoni, and sausage. Those are the 3 options.
I'd do cheese, pepperoni, and then supreme. Some people like supreme pizza, right?
Is supreme the one that has peppers on it?
Yes.
Yeah, like onions
peppers, and
and
mushrooms
like that.
My wife gets peppers and mushrooms on her pizza, and I mean, if I wanted a salad, I would just get a salad, right?
Yeah, that's not a salad, bro. But
I mean, mushrooms and peppers is salad.
I don't eat either of those things with my salad, but okay.
If you just mash up a pizza, is it a salad or is it still?
That's
this is
a good question.
This is a soup salad sandwich question.
Is a soup is a hot dog a sandwich? We've been here.
Yeah, it's an open face sandwich.
It is a sandwich if you are getting it from Five Guys where they separate the bun.
Yeah, you have to separate.
If you are not separating the bun, then it's a taco.
Yeah.
So a Subway sub is a taco?
Yes.
A Subway sub is a taco.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless they actually cut the bread. But
they cut the bread.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like a Jersey Mike sub is.
When's the last time either of you ate at Subway?
3 days ago.
Really?
Couple months, I think.
Huh.
Code 699FL, 699 foot long.
If
I'm going to eat somewhere, it's going to be the cheapest possible I can.
Is there a brand that has fallen off more than Subway in the restaurant?
I'm going to go with probably not. They have fallen a long way.
All right.
Although yesterday, I think it was, McDonald's was giving out caviar with your chicken nuggets. So you could have a true upscale experience and eat McDonald's caviar.
What was the reasoning behind this?
It was a Valentine's Day thing. It was something to do with Valentine's Day, and they giving away caviar. I would not eat McDonald's caviar.
When I asked you to come up with a secret sauce,
that wasn't it.
You knew McDonald's was giving out caviar, and you came up with why do airplanes require people to sit next to each other rather than 3 doors down?
Oh, he died. That's very sad.
I was wondering if you knew about that. That was
Of course I do. I know everything about music.
All right, everyone. Well, I told you there was a pop quiz at the end of this episode. There is a pop quiz at the end of this episode for Dana. Dana, pop quiz. Oh, I'm in the wrong Discord server. Dana, pop quiz. This episode is sponsored by
Shard Bugs, the original Shard Bug TCG,
which is a trading card game where the bugs are sentient and extremely.
I forgot this part.
Correct. Violent. They are violent. Like these are not cute ladybug energy. These bugs worship cosmic gods. And shard bugs, you'll be able to deck around one of 3 avatars. Dana, what is one of the 3 avatars?
It's your favorite rain.
Yeah, I forgot this one too.
Sol, Luna, or Meteor.
Uh-huh.
Yes. And you are basically commanding a swarm of insects into tactical turn-based warfare. It's surprisingly strategic, very interactive, and yes, you will absolutely overthink your turns. The game's easy to learn, but once you start playing it, you're going to be like, what, Dana?
Oh, wow, no. These bugs are awesome.
No, wrong. You're going to be like, oh no, this is actually kind of deep. They've got a brand new release out right now. It is set what, Dana? Not 1, not 3, but
2.
Good job.
Hey.
It's got new bugs, new chase cards, and more ways to absolutely ruining your opponent's plans. And this is not just a card game either. What else is there, Dana?
There's comic books.
Hey, 1 for 15. organized play, and a lot more stuff planned for the near future. If you like original TCGs, weird lore, and games that feel great at the kitchen table and competitively, check out Shardbugs. Where can you find them at, Dana?
Shardbugstcg.com.
Oh my gosh, you're so amazing.
Got that
Go
one.
embrace the bug war, everybody. All right, and you can go subscribe to Donald's channel over at Scruffy Looking Gaming. Dana, where can we find you? Are you on the internet anywhere?
Yep, I'm on X, formerly known as Twitter, at not Dana TCG. So
That's incredibly confusing because you.
Yep. I am Dana, but I'm not
in
Dana.
fact, Dana. So go follow Dana on X and hit subscribe here, hit the like button, give Josh a little shout out in the comment section and tell him you missed him, and congratulations on a healthy baby and healthy wife. And you know what, I don't think the baby's that big, but the problem is the picture we saw of the baby, Josh is in it and Josh is massive.
Josh is that big.
Everything looks small.
I don't know.
It's like 9.5 pounds or something like that. It's huge.
Like you said, like came out 3 foot tall or something. It's crazy.
All right,
Crazy.
everyone, be kind to the people around you. May the zoo be with you.
And also with you.
And with you. I don't know the
Donald?
last one.
Donald, what's your last part?
Always.
You have to say it.
Always.